Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
People from all around the country and right here in the Valley are in Washington, D.C. to honor our fallen heroes. This week is dedicated to honoring the men and women who keep our communities safe. And this year, more than 75 people from the Red River Valley are out to support family and friends of Officer Jason Moser. Valley News Team's Christy Larson shares more from D.C.
Tens of thousands of people have traveled to Washington, D.C. this week for National Police Week. They are here to pay their respects, honor, and remember those who have fallen in the line of duty. One name being added to the marble slabs this year is Officer Jason Moser, who was lost back in February of 2016.
We put some stuff there, and it brought tears to your eyes to see his name on there. Then we all traced his name on a piece of paper, so we all took them. We're going to frame them, so we have those to remember.
The Moser family says that it's going to be hard to relive, but a great way to pay tribute to their son. The National Peace Officers Memorial Service is happening on Monday on West Lawn at the Capitol Hill. In Washington, Christy Larson, Valley News Live.
And as Christy said, tomorrow is the National Peace Officers Memorial Service to honor those killed in the line of duty in 2016. So stick with Valley News Live all day tomorrow for coverage, starting with the Valley today. One person was hurt after a crash that involved two motorcycles in Otter Tail County. It happened yesterday afternoon on County Road 35 in Underwood, Minnesota. State Patrol says 66-year-old Thomas Ronowski of Breckenridge was slowing down so he could fix a mechanical problem with his bike when he was rear-ended by another motorcycle driven by 72-year-old Donald Caravue of Elizabeth. Caravue was taken to Lake Region Hospital in Fergus Falls to be treated for his injuries, and Ronowski was not hurt. Officers say alcohol played a role in a two-vehicle crash that killed a 7-year-old girl and one adult on the Iron Range last night. Authorities say around 11:55 p.m., two men were traveling south in a truck on County Road 25 when they collided with a car at the intersection of Highway 169 and County Road 25 east of Hibbing. The male driver of the truck and a 7-year-old girl killed in the crash were from Hibbing. She was a passenger in the car with 4 other people, and a 15-year-old in that car suffered life-threatening injuries as well, according to the State Patrol. The other passengers in the car and the passenger of the truck were also hurt. The State Patrol says that the driver of the truck and his passenger had been drinking. On this Mother's Day, many moms are preparing to either send a high schooler off to college or their college grad into the real world, leaving some of them with an empty nest. And though it may be hard for some, Marcy Marbert spoke with a counselor who says there are ways to handle this new stage of life.
The first one, very difficult. I couldn't just call his teacher and tell him he was sick for the day and make sure that they were eating right, or kind of lonely.
That's how Tracy Thompson felt when her first child went to college. It's called empty nest syndrome, which is not a clinical diagnosis, but a feeling of loss and sadness many parents go through when their child leaves home. Gail Nelson, a psychologist, says some have trouble handling the situation.
Sometimes people don't handle it well. Sometimes people really lose their identity if they're not a parent. They even forget how to be a friend. They forget how to be a spouse.
Dr. Nelson says parents can cope effectively by reframing the empty nest into a positive experience.
Know that it's coming and then appreciate it and then celebrate it as a rite of passage and a developmental task.
She also adds that parents need to keep in mind that the transition can be hard for kids too.
We have to remember that this is a developmental task. It is something that is normal and natural. Parents have to understand and appreciate what they're going through personally, trying to let go, but they also have to understand and appreciate what their kids are going through. It's a big world out there.
Nelson says to have faith in your kids because as a parent, you've been preparing them their entire lives to make their own decisions.
You'll get somebody back at Christmas who's different because they need to go out into the world and figure out who they are now.
Now he really is an adult, and he's by himself, and I mean, he's already got his job.
In Fargo, Marcy Marbut, Valley News Live.
Mother's Day was extra special at the Red River Zoo, where mom and kids got in for free. And once they were there, they got to hang out with all the new babies that were born last year at the zoo. From baby kittens, a camel, and lambs, the baby boom was no coincidence, however, because the zoo has been actively breeding some of its animals as part of a species survival plan.
So species survival plan is for animals that are going extinct in the wild. What we do is we breed them in captivity. to make sure that their genetic diversity is so that if something were to happen in the wild, we were able to have a good, stable population of different genetics in captivity.
The Red River Zoo is one of 116 zoos in North America that has a species survival program. Moms are famous for making you feel better when no one else can, and as reporter Andrew Horn shows us, making people feel better runs in the family for one mother-daughter duo.
On Mother's Day, this family reflects on some great memories.
I still think the coupons I got when they were little kids from grade school about doing all these chores, but I think she put expiration dates on all hers, so.
I don't remember that, but it sounds like something I would do. Yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny.
But this is no ordinary mother-daughter combo. Dr. Jessica Carlson always wanted to follow in her mother's footsteps.
My mom's a genius. You know, I aspire to be what she is someday, hopefully.
Carlson's mother, Dr. Brenda Miller, is a family physician. So in following Mom's footsteps, Carlson chose medicine. Miller didn't try talking her daughter out of that choice, but she wasn't always enthusiastic about her daughter's decision.
She chose medicine irrespective of any advice of me. That was something she chose before. She has wanted to do that since she was a little kid.
Carlson says it was the advice her mother gave her that helped her choose medicine.
My mom never directed me towards any specific field. She always said, be the best that you can be at whatever you're going to do. And so I think that was great advice.
Advice that Carlson will try to pass to her two daughters.
Now get this, Dr. Miller also has two other sons that are in the medical field. Many of you took advantage of this fantastic weather this weekend by going fishing. This picture was sent to us by Georgia Flieger. She says her husband Thomas caught it this weekend southeast of Holly. And this 28-inch walleye was caught up in Devil's Lake by the little angler Wyatt Olson. He was with his dad, Sean. And if you caught a fish you'd like to share, go to our Facebook page and post it. Tell us where you caught it and how big it is, and we'll show some of the best pictures on the news.